Sup, peoples? Welcome back to See These CDs, where in each one of these episodes I try and take a closer look at a select CD from my own personal collection and overall explore its cover artwork, graphic design, and the overall packaging for the CD. If you haven't already figured it out, today we're going to be talking about the 1999 CD, Blackout, which was put together by Methodman and Redman. More specifically, it came out September 28th, 1999, and it clocks in at just under an hour at 58 minutes and 36 seconds. It was released under Def Jam Records. The only artist that I really saw, in reference to like the visuals for this CD, when I was, just looking through the credits, was Daniel Hastings, which he actually also was, and that's the photographer for the CD, and he actually also did the photography for the 36 Chambers as well. Like I said before, his stage name or his monogram, aka so on and so forth, maybe known as Cartel. I don't know if he ditched that. The 1936 Chambers came out 6 years before the Blackout CD, so I don't know if at that point he was just over the Cartel name, or if Cartel is actually another artist. I was kind of clear on that from the 36 Chambers credits. But like I said before, Daniel Hastings has also worked with the likes of KRS-One, Mass Appeal, and Hard to Earn. Those are both Gangstar CDs, which he was responsible for the photography for, as well as some Souls of Mischief, and I think Raekwon CDs as well, if I'm remembering correctly. So you can check out his work. Definitely come up with a quick easy search on online. But yeah, so let's actually get more of a hands-on approach with the CD and start to get into the artwork. If you just notice the front cover, it's very it's like shrouded in darkness. I mean, well, the name of the CD is Blackout, so what do you really expect, right? It would appear to be that this is kind of like obviously a very low light setting, but there is some type of light source. We do see part of a face on the left-hand side, which light must be reflecting off his face in order for us to see that, as well as hands that seem to be coming forward. I think it's both Method Man and Redman left to right, because I do see right over here very, very low light. It's very difficult to see. I do see another face, and I guess the bandana is covering his face. So I think I'm pretty sure this is Redman, this is Method Man, if I'm correct. And they just got their hands out going toward the camera. It's only getting half of each one of the rappers. Above them is Method Man, Redman written in a very interesting typography. I like it. Part of it's faded out, as if it was graffiti or almost like chalk. More like chalk, but I definitely like it. I think it adds to the cover. Just gives it a nice type of appeal. It could also, it also kind of looks like it was on paint marker or something like that too. I was just looking more into it, trying to elaborate on why I think it fits. But I think because my mind immediately went to the whole idea of chalk. I think that's primarily why I liked it, because I just think it offsets the idea of Blackout, it going against the black background, low lighting. I'm probably going way too deep into that whole concept, but just wanted to give you guys more in-depth idea of what we're seeing. And then in the lower right hand corner we have the parental advisory label, which is pretty modest size. I don't know if it was, obviously I guess it needs to be on the CD for the content, but I don't really get the idea that it was placed there out of any intention to be more edgy or anything like that. Sometimes we speculate on episode to episode, or I just try to pay attention, you know what I mean? Because, some labels are larger than others. But, the binding is I was going to say it was a continuation of the picture. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see each one of Redman and Method Man's faces. You can be the judge at home. Once again, this is a plastic CD case, so it is a little difficult to eliminate the glare. I'm just trying to get a good shot of Method Man's face. And then the binding is not a continuation of the picture. There is something going on in the binding, but I'm not really sure. It's pretty difficult to make out, considering the low lighting. And then we have the other side of the binding. We have Method Man, Redman, the artist, and Blackout, the title. Once again, written in the same typography from the front cover. At the very top, it just says Island Def Jam music group. And then the bottom, once again we have like those odd numbers that we not really sure the significance of. On the back, man, I don't even know. All right, so yeah, let me get a better shot so you guys can take a look at this. Man, this CD's kind of difficult to open. Oh, there we go. All right, so on the back side, like, I'm not really sure what we're looking at, to be honest. Like, get it in focus. Like, obviously, we have Redman on the right-hand side, far right-hand side, close to, like, the binding, to be honest. And then right below him is Method Man. It's two different pictures, and they're both, Redman is definitely smoking. I mean, I don't know if he smokes cigarettes, so we obviously know what he's smoking. And Method Man is just, he's just looking into the camera. But there appears to be some type of like almost like an S over Method Man's neck. And I don't know, like, it's like a SA. And I don't know what's, aside from the smoke, I'm not really sure what's, that's not just a crack. But I feel like I'm seeing something obstruct Method Man's face as well. To the left, obviously, those are the pictures. I figured I'd get those out the way first because that's, from what that's what I can identify. Then next we have like the track listings going like a horizontal direction toward the left-hand side. It's just, it's kind of interesting. So like, I don't know and then I don't know exactly what this is on the left. Yeah, it's I don't even, like, I'm looking at all this and I have no I have no idea. Like, I don't even understand, like, who thought. I mean, even right here, so we have 1 through 9 listed going toward the right, and then we have the remainder of the tracks 10 through 19 listed going toward the left with the bonus track, or just bonus tracks after that. Yeah, so like, that isn't to say that like the back of the CD cover isn't dope. I definitely think it's dope. I don't really understand the design of it. I don't understand, like I said, like, I think this is probably the silhouette of like a figure on this left hand side. I don't know what the hell this looks like, a sheet or something like that. So yeah, I'm just really confused. I think I like the color. I like how they incorporate a little bit more. It looks like I don't know, like almost like a brown paper bag or like a manila envelope, like somewhere between, a cross between like those two colors. Yeah, and I just think that looks dope in coordination with the whole like blackout theme. Yeah, like I said before, this looks more like I don't know, some type of like a scope for like a gun or something like that, and I'm not really sure. But yeah, we have over here, we just have more like text for legality purposes at the very top. I'll try and get that focused in there. There we go. Get shot so you can see all that. Yeah, I don't know what that word is. Yeah, so like, I'm not really sure like what that word is right there. But yeah, it seems to be going over that figure that, I said it was like a silhouette of like, it seems to be like a person or something like that. Yeah, we just have, other than that, we have like the Wu-Tang logo in the lower right-hand corner along with Def Jam Records. And Squad, it's like a Squad logo. Not really sure what Squad is. But yeah, get that a little more in focus just so you guys can see it. More text for legality purposes. We have the barcode in the lower left-hand corner as well. And we also have the executive producers right there, as well as the co-executive producer. Kevin Laos. Kevin Laos, right? Yeah, Kevin Laos. Just making sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Oh, the CD fell right out there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that this is like, all Blackout CDs work this way. I don't know if a piece of this is broken or something like that. Chipped off. Yeah, I can feel it right here. So it's not fitting snug, and that's why it keeps popping out. But yeah, this is the cover of the CD. I'll go ahead and pop that back in there, so you guys get a better shot, a better idea of what's going on. More in focus once again. All right, so yeah, I mean the cover of the CD, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see. Is like a cord that's unplugged, presumably to like a light or a lamp or something like that. Fits into the whole idea of blackout. We have the Redman and Method Man written opposite to the cord that's like unplugged, opposite to the end of the CD, written in the same typography from the front cover, but then along the R, like along the I guess like the back of the R, we have Blackout written, like kind of like at a 90-degree angle in reference to like both of the artists' names. Above that, once again, we have the executive producers, and below we have like more text for legality purposes, as well as like the logos that we saw on the back of the CD: Def Jam Records, Squad, Wu-Tang, of course. There's also a compact disc logo, and all of the lettering is in white against the gray background, except for the title of the CD, as well as the names of the artists. If we want to go ahead and pop that CD cover off, we'll just get a little closer shot. Shine the light so you guys can see. Read that if you need to. Much easier to focus the white lettering, especially against that background, obviously. Get the back of the CD, just in case anybody wants to see that for whatever reason. And where the CD is kept, typically there's another image. That would appear to just be like similar lettering from the back in the more like the top left corner, but that has to be either Methodman or Redman on the like the right side. There's more lettering going across the image at the bottom left and bottom right hand side. I don't know if the bottom right hand side is just like what's actually on Methodman or Redman's shirt, but yeah, it's pretty similar to the back where it's like a similar design, where we have like the letters like fading in, but they're very difficult to read. And that same like how I said it's like a cross between like a manila folder and like a brown paper bag. This is not to put down the CD or anything like that. I like that color. I think it's very fitting, and it looks really good against. And that's another thing I don't know if I made clear or failed to mention. There's like the case of the CD is actually tinted, like the plastic is tinted, which is pretty cool. It's gonna be difficult to see it, on camera, I would assume, but I'll put that right there so you can kind of see. So yeah, I don't know. It's probably difficult to see, but yeah, let's get into the booklet. The booklet's pretty simple. It just unfolds, and we just have like. Yeah, we just have each one of the tracks, but I'm reading them now. Yeah, no. So we do have each one of the tracks. First, they're listed on this page, going down, like vertically, in the order that the tracks are played. But then as we progress to the next page, once again they vertically listed down until we get into about page. The end of page 2, going to page 3, the track listings start to be listed horizontally, similar to how we saw the cover of the CD itself. We had like Methodman and Redman's name, which were listed one way, and then we had like the actual title of the CD listed a different way. This is obviously Method Man, if you're not familiar with him. Dope MC, great musician, really good rapper. 1/4 of this Blackout duo works a lot with like Redman. They're just a good duo in general. But yeah, so as it progresses, we get to the end of the track listing, and then we have like credits for the CD. Get a decent shot so you can read that. It's all white lettering. It just changes in from like bold to like the standard text, or like a skinnier text, and the background's like a very very dark, like almost like a charcoal gray color. Yeah, I would say I'd be comfortable with charcoal gray. It seems like it's trying to imitate black, but I think that there is a very low light to it. It's like hard for me to describe. Like it's almost like they want you to see like darkness, if that makes sense. Like when you're in darkness, like if you have your eyes open, it's almost like kind of like what you see in darkness, if that makes sense. Like that's how I'm interpreting the color, with it being like that very, very dark charcoal gray. But yeah, I mean, we've been on this page long enough. But this is just like, a list. This is promotions back then. It's like, it's around the 90s or the end of the 90s, early 2000s. Internet wasn't super popping off, or that wasn't like the primary promotion tool back then. So, they were still promoting, like with, physical, at the ends of like booklets. We've seen in a few CDs from like, even I'd say like the early 2000s. And then, I guess this is once again encouraging people to go to their website, trying to, drive focus to their website, to like contests. On the opposite end, we just have a photo shoot of Methodman and Redman, and this is, pretty dope. So, I'll pan it from the cover. And then we got a picture of Redman. This is looking pretty cool. Kind of gives you more context and more idea as far as like, what that, like the back of the CD is all about, as well as like, like behind where the CD is kept as well. So yeah, I mean, you can pause that at any place if you want to, like, take a closer look. All of those photos are pretty fresh. It was just like a nice like collage, like Methodman and Red, which like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, especially like looking back now, considering the CD is like, I don't know, almost 20 years old at this point, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, that's definitely, looking back at it, it's like a nice, like, I don't know, like nostalgic, like I get that nostalgia. I remember when we were seeing a lot of Methodman and Redman, like on like television and everywhere we would see that duo. So it's nice to like consume this years later. It makes me want to listen to the music. It's a great body of work. It's a great CD. Both of these artists are very talented. Thanks for checking out the video as we take a closer look at Methodman and Redman's The Blackout CD. Thanks for checking us out. Anytime you check out any one of our videos, much appreciated. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Any engagement is appreciated, like I mentioned before. But yeah, this has been See These CDs. Once again, thank you, and all right, people, peace. I'm out.